Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, let us try to solve some linear equations of the form ax plus b is equal to c using the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division rules. Let's say we have an example of this type where we want to solve for the variable y. So the problem we have is 5 over 8 minus 2 over 3y is equal to 5 over 4. And let us break this thing down into these different steps. Step number 1. We want to isolate the y term on the left hand side of the equation. So we want to get rid of the fraction 5 over 8 on the left hand side. So therefore we're going to add negative 5 over 8 on both sides of the equation. That is our step number 1. We're going to add negative 5 over 8. I'm going to put a circle around it on both sides of the equation. We're going to use the addition rule and then add 5 over 8, negative 5 over 8 to both sides. So when we do that, this is what happens. 5 over 8 minus 5 over 8, and this is what we're going to add. And then we also have negative 2 over 3y is equal to, on the right hand side we have 5 over 4 already, and then we're going to subtract 5 over 8. And I'm going to put a circle around it. Now we have 5 over 8 on positive 5 over 8 and negative 5 over 8. These cancel out, leaving us with negative 2 over 3y on the left hand side is equal to, we need to simplify these fractions. This is 5 over 4 minus 5 over 8, and the common denominator we could have is 8. So the first fraction we will multiply and divide by 2, and that will make it as a common denominator of 8. Therefore, when we simplify this, 5 times 2 is 10, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 5 over 8. Therefore, we can write the common denominator once, and then we can combine the numerator parts, which is 10 minus 5, which is going to be equal to 5 over 8. So 5 fourths minus 5 eighths simplifies to 5 eighths. Let me write that here. In step number 2, we're going to simplify this some more. We want to find the value of 1y, and as you can see, the coefficient of y is negative 2/3. Therefore, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of negative 2/3, which is going to be negative 3/2, like this. We're going to multiply, I'm going to write here, multiply by the reciprocal of negative 2 over 3, which is going to be negative 3 over 2. We're going to multiply this by this fraction on both sides of the equation. And when we do that, this is how it's going to look like. Negative 2 over 3y times negative 3 over 2. Let me write this with respect to this another color. Negative 3 over 2 is what we are multiplying by, is equal to 5 over 8 times negative 3 over 2. That is what we have. And once we do that, as you can see, the 2/3 and 3/2, when we multiply a number by its reciprocal, the product is always going to be equal to 1. Negative times negative is going to be equal to positive, and then 2/3 times 3 over 2 is going to be equal to 1, and we are left with positive 1y. we are left with positive 1y, or just y like that, and is equal to, we can simplify the right hand side as follows. Positive times negative is a negative, we multiply the numerators, we multiply the denominators. 5 times 3 is 15, and then 8 times 2 is 16, and therefore our answer is negative 15 over 16. This is where we want to leave it. We can also substitute this into the given equation and then check our work, and the way to do that is as follows. I'm going to write this as step 3, and in this step 3 we're going to substitute the value of y into the given equation. So we have the given equation as 5 over 8 minus 2 over 3y is equal to 5 over 4. Wherever we see y, we will substitute the value of negative 15 over 16, and this is the way we want to substitute that into this equation and see whether the value what we have on the left hand side is equal to the value what we have on the right hand side. So in here we're going to substitute negative 15 over 16 here, and then that should be equal to 5 over 4. When we simplify this, 15 is multiples of 3, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 5 is 15, and then on the 16, as you can see, 16 is a multiples of 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 8 is 16. So therefore when we simplify this, it's going to be 5 over 8 minus 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 8 is 8, is equal to 5 over 4. Okay, now we also wanted to make sure that we are taking care of the signs correctly. So negative times negative is a positive, so this is a positive quantity, 5 over 8 plus 5 over 8, and when we simplify this, as you can see here, the common denominator is 8, and we can combine the numerators, 5 plus 5, and that should be equal to 5 over 4. 5 plus 5 is 10 over 8, and that should equal to 5 over 4. When we simplify 10 over 8, 10 and 8 are multiples of 2. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 5 is 10, and therefore the value what we have on the left hand side is exactly equal to the value what we have on the right hand side. And this is how we can use the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division rules to be able to solve these linear equations of the form ax plus b equals to c. In my next presentation, we shall look at some more examples as to how we can solve linear equations of the form ax plus b equals to c.